On today's weekly tea, we're going to be talking about our monthly offer from Primeval Labs on Mega Pre Black, EAA Max, Shaker and a free wristband, of which we'll talk about in a second. I'll give you a quick rundown on why this is one of my favourite pre-workouts at the moment and why this is one of their best selling products out of the full Primeval Labs range. So Primeval Labs had a pre-workout called Mega Pre, which is insanely successful, but they've decided to upgrade it, increase the amount of stimulants that are in it and call it Mega Pre Black. So they've kept the structure quite the same, but they've added in a lot of hard-hitting stims at correct doses, which is phenomenal. So you're getting your citrulline, which you did get in the normal Mega Pre, at 6 grams. So 6 grams of citrulline will increase nitric oxide through being a precursor to arginine as well. Actually, citrulline is shown to increase levels of arginine more than arginine itself. So that's how good of an ingredient that is. On a note though, we're not getting citrulline malate, we're actually getting straight citrulline, so 6 grams of citrulline. If it was 6 grams of citrulline malate without the ratio telling you how much it is, it'll be 1 to 1, so that's actually 3 grams of citrulline. You're getting 3 grams of malic acid, which will yield less of a result than 6 grams of citrulline. Beta-alanine, 3.2 grams. That's going to increase carnosine in our muscles at a saturation point around about 179. So what that means is when you reach a saturation point like creatine and Pico2 has a saturation point as well, when you get to 179 grams of it, that's when it's most efficacious dosing is at. So 3.2 grams is going to get you there. I wouldn't actually know the maths. Let me get you the maths. So it'd be, say, 179 divided by 3.2. About 55 days of continuous use to get the most efficacious dosing out of beta-alanine. You get 3 grams of beta-alanine, which is 500 milligrams over clinical, which is great. That is a massive osmolyte, increases strength and power, converts homocysteine into cysteine, is a methyl donor like creatine is. Beta anhydrous is a phenomenal ingredient. It's been proven time and time again, so that's a really good ingredient to get in. You've got 2 grams of choline bitartrate, which is the normal Mega Pre had only 1. 2 grams of choline bitartrate will increase our blood serum levels of choline, which is great. The recommended daily allowance of that is around about 550 milligram. So getting 2 grams of that is absolutely insane. You get 325 milligrams of methylliberine, which is standardized for 40% dynamine, which yields around about 130 milligrams, which is, I think, the highest or joint highest. Maybe Devastate. The new Devastate has 350, I think, of dynamine, but it's definitely up there with the amount of actual dynamine that you're getting in there. Dynamine acts like caffeine. It is very similar to teacrine, so it blocks adenosine receptors. It positively increases dopamine, and I agree, not a hard hitting stim because you don't get any tolerance to it as well. So it's not like caffeine where around about 2 weeks you can get tolerated to it. This first dose of dynamine is going to work as if the 10th and the 20th or the 30th dose for dynamine, which is absolutely insane. 300 milligrams of norvaline. Norvaline stops, helps arginine in our blood and nitric oxide in our blood. It stops our body limiting the amount of nitric oxide that we have. So it basically, I see norvaline as the keys to the Ferrari. The Ferrari made up of the nitric oxide can be through nitrates, it can be through arginine or nitrogen, it can be through citrulline, an arginine precursor. The actual ability to get the most out of the nitric oxide is through ingredients like norvaline. So it's a really good dose of 300 milligrams as well. You've got Elevate ATP at 150 milligram, which is the common dose of Elevate ATP, stimulates the production of ATP, so adenosine triphosphate, which is what our cellular energy uses. It's our cellular energy for weightlifting, for explosive movements, or anything like that. So that's phenomenal as well. You've got your 325 milligrams of normal caffeine anhydrous, and you've got 68 milligrams of dicaffeine malate, which is caffeine with malic acid, which is a bit of extended release, so not all hard hitting at once. You're getting a time release type of caffeine as well, so it's going to help come down and kind of bring you down a lot smoother, give you a bit of a energy kick during your session as well as pre. You've got N-methyltyramine, which in my opinion is one of the most powerful stimulants milligram for milligram. You only really need around about 50 milligrams, which is what in here. That stimulates our fight and flight response. So all the adrenaline, norepinephrine is what we're going to get out of tyramine, which is phenomenal. So that's one of the hardest hitting stims in here, along with dynamine. And our next ingredient, hordenine. Hordenine is going to stop the reuptake of norepinephrine, and it's a MOAI inhibitor as well. So it helps our body produce PEAs. It helps them survive in our brains as well. So it increases the levels of dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, which is obviously phenomenal. It's a great beta-2 agonist as well. And then you've got huperzine A, which is going to stop the breakdown of acetylcholine. It's an acetylcholinesterase inhibitor. So we get an increased levels of choline in our blood through choline bitartrate. We have a mechanism that when our blood levels increase a certain amount, it starts accepting choline into our brain for the production of acetylcholine. Once we make acetylcholine from acetyl coenzyme A and choline, huperzine A is going to stop that. So it's going to give us a prolonged effect and more clearer effect of choline. So the overall effect of this, you get massive pumps, you're getting massive endurance, you're getting massive strength gains, you're getting massive surges of energy, but controlled energy, and you're not going to get tolerated to through things like dynamine as well. So a really, really, really phenomenal product. You then go on to EAA Max, which is BCAAs, essential amino acids. You've got 2 grams of clustered dextrin, which is highly bound cyclic dextrin, which is going to provide you 2 grams of carbohydrates in here as well. Going to give you a small insulin response for that. And then you've got D-ribose as well at 500 milligrams, which is actually positively showing increases of ATP production. It's a glucose molecule, or structure like glucose molecule, which produces ATP, again adenosine triphosphate, our cellular energy for strength, power and stuff like that, any explosive movements. You're getting both of these for £48. You're getting a free shaker and your wristband to see Regan Grimes, which is Primeval Labs athlete, and Romain Lansford as well, on the 10th of November. £48, considering this will retail around about £30, being a full spectrum essential amino acid. This will be $34.95. This will obviously be between £5 and £10, and your chance to see Regan Grimes in a VIP status as well. So be first in to see him, ask any questions you want, have unlimited time with him, and you're getting a selection of 2 flavours in the Primeval Labs Mega Pre Black. Oh, one just escaped me there. Let me get that. Which is, I think I would go for the Pink Stardust, to be fair, because you've got the sour lemon candy as well, which I think is too high the dynamine. It does taste a little bit tangy. EAA Max is probably, I can confidently say it's up there with Hydro BCAAs, the best tasting BCAA/EAA formula on the market. You're getting 8 flavours. I haven't tried them all. I've tried a few and they've been absolutely phenomenal. Great, because normally we associate essential amino acids with tasting bad. They haven't gone overboard on the essential amino acids in terms of dosing, so they've been able to keep the flavour in check and give us the essentials, give us the clustered dextrin and the D-ribose as well, along with the 2.5 grams of leucine and your isoleucine and valine as well. So it's a really, really, really well worth cost efficient stack. You're getting your Mega Pre Black, your EAA, your shaker, and the chance to meet Regan Grimes. You can go in store in either our Liverpool or Birkenhead store to get yours, or go on tnutrition.com and get yours now. If you have any more questions, put it into our Instagram or directly to me and we'll get them answered straight away for you.